Then fourth principle is budget requires that program activities are planned in advance. We prepare the budget earlier. Budget requires that program activities are planned in advance. Budget is prepared before 1 year. Then budgetary process requires constant delegation for which the fixed duties and responsibilities are required to be allocated to the managers at different levels. The budgetary process requires constant delegation for fixed duties and responsibilities are required to be allocated to the manager at different levels. Manager can delegate the duties and responsibility before they are allocated. Then budgeting should provide a criteria for evaluating managerial performance. Budget should provide the criteria, what all criteria for evaluating the managerial performance. Budget must be balanced. Balance means according to the income and expenditure. Budget period should be appropriate on the nature of the business or service. Period should be appropriate, usually 1 year. Then budget is prepared and interpreted consistently throughout the organization in planning process. Budget is prepared and interpreted. Budget should be interpreted throughout the organization in planning process. Budgeting requires a review of performance of previous year and evaluation of its adequacy both in quantity and quality. Budget should be compare the previous year and evaluates its quantity and quality. It must be flexible. Budget should be flexible. We can change. Then budget, revenue and capital portion should be kept distinct. Should show the revenue and the capital separate. The form of estimates should correspond to the form of accounts. The form of estimates should be correspond to the form of accounts. But that is, budget should be balanced. Next we will see the types of budget. Till now we have seen definition, purpose and principles. Next we will see the types of budget. There are 4 types of budget. First one is financial budget, then non-financial budget, on the third one on the basis of period of coverage, then fourth one on the basis of financial position. First one is financial budget. In that, capital budget, revenue budget, operational expenditure budget. In financial budget, in that capital budget, revenue budget, operational expenditure budget, and zero based budget, performance budget and program budget. These are the financial budget. Financial budget, capital budget, revenue budget, operational expenditure budget, zero based budget, performance budget and program budget. Next one is non-financial budget. In that non-financial budget, direct labor budget, material budget, production budget, advertising budget. Then third one is on the basis of period of their coverage. That annual budget, long-term budget, current budget, rolling budget. Then fourth one is on the basis of financial position. Balance budget, deficit budget, surplus budget. These are the types of budget. There are 4 types of budget. First one is financial budgets. Second one is non-financial budget. Third one is on the basis of period of coverage. Fourth one on the basis of financial position. In that, many subheadings. First one is the financial budget. In that, first one is capital budget. Financial budget, first one is capital budget. It consists of capital receipts and payments. Capital budget consists of capital receipts and payments. What are the capital receipts and capital payments? These are capital receipts: loan received from the government, from public and other parties. Capital receipts are loan received by the government, taken loan from the government, by the government, from public and other parties. For example, government getting money through private cooperatives and paying back the money through treasury bills. It is the loan received by the government from the public and other parties. Example, government getting money through private corporates and paying back the money through treasury bills. Then loans received from foreign government, bank or person. Loan received from, these are the capital receipts. Loan received from foreign government, bank or person. Example, getting investment for a project from foreign companies. Getting investments for a project from foreign companies. That is the loan received from foreign government or bank or person. Then borrowings of government from Reserve Bank. The government borrow the money from the Reserve Bank. Then ways and means, advance recoveries of loan granted by the central government to state and union territory government. Then ways and means, advance these recoveries of loans granted by the central government to state and union territory government. Then government bond. Government gets money from corporate or person. The government has to give money back within 5 years when the bond bearer needs the money. The corporate or person will get the interest for the money based on the number of years. The government bond, government gets money from a corporate or person. The government has to give the money back. This money the government will give within 5 years. When bond bearer needs money, the government will give this money within 5 years. Then corporate person will get the interest for the money based on the number of years. Number of years the government is money with, the government will give interest to the money. Then capital payment, these all are the capital receipts. Then capital payment or expenditure. Capital payments consist of capital expenditure on acquisition of assets like land. Capital expenditure. Land is an capital expenditure. Buildings, machinery, equipments as also investment in shares. These are the capital payment or expenditure.